not only the choices we make ultimately shapes our destiny or gives us whatever we have or whatever we don't have is because of ultimately not only our mindset, attitude, but also our subsequent action, behavior, choice that we adopt, that we practice in one way or another. So everything changes because ultimately we are responsible for our choices, and the choices we make obviously have their own responsibility. They come with responsibility. So we should take responsible and be responsible for any choices, actions, habits we indulge, we practice, execute in life in one way or another. Otherwise, we are meaningless, worthless, and the modern people have become the epitome of choiceless behavior, indecisive action. Because ultimately, all they practice is compliance, obedience, obligation that is divorced from reason, wisdom, intelligence. They don't have any or much consciousness, authenticity, knowledge, and basically self-understanding in themselves, as a result of which neither are they able to understand the other different, authentic, individual, conscious people in their surroundings, nor are they able to live with absolute responsibility, sincerity, honesty of any kind whatsoever. So that is the problem we are stuck in. Modern people live and rejoice in ignorance, partiality, discrimination. As much as they can practice evil, they are justified. They consider themselves the greatest of all time, but ultimately they're fools and idiots. They live with ignorance. They die working or in unemployment, to be honest. And even if they have work, then also it demands them to work for the entirety of their life. It's about lifetime work, still no money, still no stability, consciousness in life. They can travel, but ultimately they are not understood by nature, neither by themselves. So obviously, the choices we make ultimately are our responsibility. We are responsible for the choice we make, and on the basis of that, either we have failure or we have success in life. But then again, social barriers are there. There is rapid unemployment, radical injustice, steep corruption, inequality in the modern society, for which it is famous, for which it is renowned around the whole world. Particularly this Indian society thrives in inequality, steeped in basically injustice, unemployment all the time. So it makes success much more difficult than it used to be, than we think it or anticipate it to be in reality. So ultimately, choices decide decisions also are, but choices ultimately are much more important than decisions. And we should be responsible in making choices. We should have responsibility in our choices. Choices should be supported by responsibility, self-knowledge, and consciousness, which are very difficult to basically kind of execute anyways. So obviously it's very difficult but not impossible.